everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Tea Time with Tierra. I'm joined here today with my co-host, Pete Boone. How are you?
I'm doing amazing. And look at this. I love this today. You look a cougar. Cougarville's coming to town.
I received, of course, I work with a wig company, Southwest Selma. And
when do you start wearing them?
When?
Yeah, when do you start wearing the wigs?
Oh, I wear them all the time. I don't even wear a wig. I wear wigs during the day.
Do you?
Oh, yeah.
Is it not hot?
No, because you have to do hair prep before you put your wig on.
Okay.
So, like, for short hair, I've got my hair's down to here.
Right.
So I've got it split in half, twisted really tight, and clipped right here.
Okay.
So that way it doesn't slide.
Yeah.
And then I've got a little velvet band that goes on top of it, my hair, and I clip.
Because my experience is RuPaul's Drag Race, and they'll wear like usually like duct tape, and then they have like a cap that they wear, right?
Yeah. Now I do wear a wig cap.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes, especially longer hair.
Does that make it grip better?
Well, the wig cap protects my hair.
Okay.
That's the way I look at it.
Okay,
yeah,
gotcha.
To keep from,
getting caught into the fibers and stuff,
and the
pulling
pins and the clips. Because I've got those old-timey clips that bend and pop back.
Yeah.
That's what I have on under all this.
Oh, okay.
So they just kind of clip to the edges of this and they hold it down.
Okay. Yeah. I guess for me, like, I sweat so bad, I can just like... I'm
not going to tell you, there's been times that I have wish I didn't wear it. There were times I wish I would have listened, but...
Listen.
to that moment of, doing what you don't need to wear that way. But I wear them everywhere I go.
Nice.
I think it's a great way to change.
Yeah.
Like for look, and just instant. It's
sure.
You can gain your confidence. A wig can change a woman or a man.
Well, and wigs are such a part of really human society. I mean, they're way back there, right?
Yeah. I don't know how long ago, but I know it was many years ago.
Mm-hmm.
But
I think men actually started. I don't know that women really started wearing the wigs.
I think men started out, if I'm not mistaken, during that time, because I think you're right about the wigs and the men.
Yeah.
But now it's like everybody. You can't even tell what people's wearing.
Yeah.
But every once in a while, when I go to the gym, I will wear my own wigs. I don't wear wigs. That would be a place I sweat a lot.
So how is your exercise? Because I know that's a new thing for you this year, right? It's nothing you haven't done it before, but it's a new commitment.
Commitment because I'm fighting for the life I promised myself.
Oh my God! Hashtag fighting for the life I promised myself. Children, take notes.
Yes.
There's so many cameras on us right now. I'm not sure which one to look at.
And because there is a lot of cameras.
As there should be. Darling.
Yes. But I forgot what I was going to say.
Oh, I was.
I got so careful. All the cameras.
I know, right? What were we? Oh my goodness! Now the children will be like, the better life you deserve.
Yeah, I'm working on the life I promised myself.
Yeah. We'll be right back.
Okay. Hello, welcome back to another episode of Tea Time with Tierra. We thank you all for joining us. Today we have special guests with us. Dolly Bee Wellington is here and her boyfriend, Stephen.
Yes.
Hi, how are y'all doing?
Good.
And also, our co-host Pete is here. Your gay best friend, right?
That's the one. Unsol's Premium Dilf.
So, y'all tell us about what you got going on.
Yeah, so pretty much recently we've opened what we like to think is our little small business.
Okay.
It's brand new. We're getting out there. We make hair, lovely hair, jewelry. I made this jewelry. We pretty much focus, I mostly do the jewelry and Stephen mostly does the hair.
Mm-hmm.
And we offer it to sell to queens. Currently we're shipping. We can ship things, but we've mostly been selling local just to support our local community.
Yeah.
Well, that's super important,
Oh, yeah.
Just things like that. But we do custom pieces. And hopefully today we can show you how to cut some lace and put on a wig.
I love that.
Oh, I love that.
Yes.
And I'm wondering, because you're seeing a lot more women getting into traditional cisgender women, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm wondering if you could because you kind of specified like this is just for queens, but I wonder if there's something that you could, if maybe that might have to be modified, but that could be, or don't let me tell you your business if you want to stay.
I'm just wondering, does it accommodate this men, women?
No,
or is it just
we
all
want to do
entertainment?
everything for everybody, pretty much. We don't want to just accommodate the queens. We want to do male drag, like my drag dad, you know, Corbin. We want to make jewelry for people like him too, bow ties and things like that.
Yeah. Also made like mohawks and stuff, so like that would transfer to either.
Now, do you have pictures of the work and stuff?
Yes.
Yeah, we have it on our Instagram.
Okay.
Yes, we have an Instagram.
What is your Instagram?
The Instagram is Bees Beauty Official.
Bees?
You'll see that.
Yes.
It'll be written down.
Bees.beauty.official is the Instagram.
So what is your, what made you, what does that do for you to produce these beautiful things and to see people transform? What does that mean to you?
Well, personally, it's like a 360, you know. It's one of those things that's like, this is always something I wanted to do. And now Queens, who I looked up to, is now purchasing my work, you know, and our work. And that's amazing.
Yeah.
That really feels like you've accomplished something. But a real goal of mine is to be able to enter things like a pageant and make everything that I'm wearing.
I love that. I mean, because, you know, me going the weird way, I always see kind of an interjection between drag and spirituality. You know, because it makes you go outside of the box and become this new person, and you're allowed to do things in that persona that you can't do, right?
Yes.
As your normal self, or however you want to put it, right?
Yes. Yeah, it definitely allows a lot of people to do things, and that's what we try to do. Make things to allow people to feel this fantasy or whatever they have in their mind. You know,
it's all about the fantasy.
Yes, I mean,
full experience.
Yes, we try to make anything come to life from a picture on a napkin.
Okay, let me ask you this: do y'all, in your commission work, do you like listen to the client and find out what they're wanting, or do they give you creative just flow, or how does this work?
Normally, like for wigs, usually like they'll send a few inspiration pictures, but a lot of times they'll kind of be pretty loose with like kind of. Like, if I did something a little different, it wouldn't be usually an issue.
Well, I got you. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's important to know, because, I mean,
well, I mean, that's part of
that's
part of working with an artist, right? Is that you don't necessarily want it to be all your vision. You want the artist. The reason you go to an artist is because you want to see what they'll do with an idea and take it, right?
Right. Yeah, we have a lot of queens who are local who just give us like some of their hair maybe they already had, and they're like, just please. We trust you.
Bring this back to life.
Yes.
Bring
it back.
Yeah, I have so many wigs at home. It's not even funny. They're still in a net in a box.
Really?
I store them in satin boxes, just because that's what I was told to do.
We'll send them on over. We'll take care of it.
For sure.
But yeah, I do want a Dolly Parton wig done. I did one over the weekend for my Friday show. It was good, but I want it to be coiffed. You know, her style, but bigger and harder. You know what I mean?
Right.
So does this mean that Tierra is back in the business? Because you had talked about stepping out.
Right, and I did for a while, and the reason I stepped back was because I had been focusing on the wrong image within myself.
Ooh.
Follow me?
Yeah.
So it took 2 years just to, and I always jump track to spirituality just because it's who I am. But for me, I had to take time and think, who am I pleasing? And what are you pleasing them with? Those are the questions I really studied for myself. And I just decided the first time I went back to the show that if they asked me, I'll do another one. Because I just went to a birthday party. And so here we are in November. And that was in May. So I've been doing shows. I've got a couple more coming. So
Nice.
yeah. But I do want to talk to you about some hair.
And you've been doing shows too, right? Have you been doing shows?
Yeah. Tierra and I have done some together actually. The Brass Tap. Love seeing her there.
I love, you know, that's a great energy there.
It is. They have a wonderful
there,
crowd.
were you there the last time?
Possibly.
I can't remember.
There, yeah.
There was a group of guys that came in that were very fun.
Oh, is that the energy we're talking about?
That's some of the energy.
I'm okay with that.
I mean, it took me there. And they were so rowdy. Like during my show, they were all singing. It was like a sing-along.
Oh, nice.
So it turned out to be kind of cute, but it was a
And this was where?
Brass Tap.
Brass Tap, okay.
Have you been there?
Is that the one? That's not the one in Madison, is it?
No, it's by the new Alta.
No.
Is it Chewy's?
I have not been there.
Yes.
I surprisingly get out very little.
Well, I do too. That's me. I don't really get out. I go to work.
Yeah.
I come home, go to the gym.
Right. And then we
That's
go on
my
YouTube.
sin. Yeah, and now we're on YouTube. Now we're on WhatsApp. We're on everywhere, aren't we?
We're trying to get out there, absolutely.
So back to, I was going to ask you, what are y'all's pronouns? What are your pronouns? Just to be clear.
Just he.
Okay.
He, him, yeah, and I don't mind she, her while I'm in drag. Of
Okay,
course.
well, that's important to know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so tell me about you. What is your background?
I'm
Did you
kind
do
of
hair before?
no.
Okay, just tell me what you want me to know.
Literally, like I'm kind of like not from. I'm from Huntsville, but like a little further out, so like a little bit more in the country.
Like
little,
where?
Gurley.
Oh, I live
Yeah.
in Harvest,
Okay.
which is close to Ardmore.
Okay. Yeah.
That tells you anything. Nothing wrong with Ardmore, don't get me wrong.
The Alabama part or the Tennessee part? That's always confusing.
What's right on the line? You know, it's like where I went was across the street. It was Alabama, and then the other part was Tennessee. I didn't get it.
Yeah. That's so confusing to me.
Yeah, but, okay. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to
You're
interrupt.
I also like before I didn't style hair at all. I met Dolly, and then Dolly didn't even tell me he did drag first.
Oh, okay. Well, I understand that. Though.
Yeah. I could see
It
like
was one of those things. I just wasn't sure.
Yeah.
You know?
And we're going to talk about that in just a second because I want to ask a question too.
Yeah. I don't get that. Like I don't know. I don't know. I don't know that I get why that's not
You're not with.
why that would be not okay with some. I don't know.
Well, then we'll have to talk about it.
Yeah.
We're just gonna talk about it.
Yeah. So.
But I've always like kind of kept up with Drag Race, and I've watched a lot of James Mansfield. She's like one of the big ones that's on YouTube. So it showed quite a bit, and then I just like learned from there. Yeah.
So you were
Tri-line
raised in
hair.
Gurley.
Huh?
You were
Yeah.
raised in okay.
Yeah.
Was I in Gurley Saturday night? I think it was was it Newmarket? I was out there Saturday night.
In
At a
Gurley?
bonfire. Yeah.
A girly?
No, it was in Newmarket.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what the difference is.
Yeah. A little bit.
It was really,
Probably
really,
huge.
really good. It was a big, huge home on the river.
Oh. Okay. Is
Anyway.
that one of your palatial estates?
No, it was just an invite. I decided to go and bought a wine.
Oh, there you go.
Just a good time.
And nobody play cards. I'm a card player, so.
I
Okay.
love cards.
Do you what kind of cards you like?
Like any card game. I'm just
Are you
competitive.
good at face 10?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
so one day we need to show off because I'm very good at that one.
Oh.
Okay. You're gonna have to try.
No, we have our cards, but that's a different
Yeah,
thing.
that's a whole different game. That's a whole different set. So as far as telling people when you first meet them, for me, being trans, it's a very kept secret with me until recently. You know, I don't have a problem. I used to be scared to say I was trans because I was so much in my head as a cis woman that I couldn't bear the thought of thinking that I had to tell somebody that, hey, by the way, you kiss good, but I was born a boy, you know? And they're like, that could cause problems. So when do you tell them?
Right.
Is it the first date? Is when you get? So what I started doing is just say, hey, you're feeling a trans girl? Yes, no. Well, I'm one, so let's get that out of the way. So I do it right up front now. Just say, I joined that Facebook dating.
Just rip the Band-Aid off.
Yeah, just do it, you know? So, it's worked out. But if you don't like it, it gives you opportunity to do it.
Yeah. So has that been more successful for you?
Well, I'm still not going on any days. But
Oh, okay.
I mean, I've had a few days, but I met a couple guys in dating site on Facebook.
Okay.
That helps too because it shows on your profile who your mutual friends are on your dating profile.
So you kind of vet them a little bit.
Yeah. So it's so why are you reluctant to tell?
I mean, yeah, it's just something I've noticed that turns people away in the past. It shouldn't, definitely not. But it's just something that I've had issues with in the past.
It's mirroring it.
Yeah, it's a turn off to people. I don't know why, right? Because it's something I work hard on.
Well, it is, yeah, and I think people are so intimidated by someone else's power.
Yeah.
And when you put on wig and hair, all that get up, there's a power in that.
There is.
That it exceeds any. And some people, it takes a strong person today in entertainment.
Yeah. I agree.
Very strong. So hats off to you.
Yes.
I mean, there's been a really a push towards keeping women down since about probably 2000 BC. You know, that's where we went from a matriarchal to a patriarchal type society. And I mean, you can see it everywhere. Like I'm with my master's in religious studies, you can see it all through the Bible. This whole idea of, you know, women being less than. I just did this study on Paul. It's really interesting how he's got this edict after edict after edict of like women shouldn't speak and they shouldn't lead men and da-da-da. And then you find all these women he worked with. And you're like, were you telling them that? So it's just very interesting how like they might say something for like a group, but then there'll be individuals that it's different for, right? And so you can just see the misogyny just at play in such a strong way. So I do think I picked up on what you said, you know, where people are very intimidated by the female persona, by the feminine empowerment,
and especially when you get into your doll mode, that's what I call it. That can really be overwhelming to people that are not used to it.
It can,
and, you know, and that's.
It can. I think it was even overwhelming to him, to some aspect.
I get it. So, is she? May I ask if she's the first entertainer you ever dated?
Yeah, she is.
Okay. Good.
So
I know it's
does she
change.
change? Does she become a different person?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know it
I
has to
mean,
be.
just today he put on nails and fully was like, okay, I'm paralyzed.
That's not what it is.
Once they're on, that's
Do you feel like a different energy, or how does it? How do you experience it?
I don't know. You know, I feel like Dolly's more of like a performance. Like she goes out and performs on the stage, and she's not really like out at the table a lot. You know what I mean? Like she's not going to be sitting at the table being Dolly. You know what I mean?
You don't want that. That's something you don't do. Let me just give y'all a piece of advice from somebody old. Mingling with the crowd for a little bit afterwards will make you twice as much money.
Yeah.
Oh. There you go.
That's
I
how
believe it.
cool. Yeah.
Get some coin.
I mean, just no, you're not going to get comfortable. But I always go around, just used to my last number, I would go around and take it out singing and thank them. But then it felt like I was a charge, which is the way everything worked out for me. So, but yeah, I just think it's very important because I've had in my beginning years, people would say, "Why don't you ever say thank you or acknowledge?" And it was a big lesson for me because one of my favorite person told me that I need to start doing that. And when I started doing it, it made a difference. It's more welcoming, I would say.
It probably also establishes a level of respect too, because what you see for a lot of drag queens is they end up like being almost seen as like this object, and like it's okay to objectify them, and it's okay to do to them things that you would never consider doing to a female, but maybe you would if you were a true piece of what. Does that make sense?
I was completely, because if he was wanting to treat a female that way but couldn't get the nerve up, he would take it on and make him look like a female.
Exactly.
Yes, I get it. It's horrible.
So I wonder if that establishes like a rapport of like, I am a human being and I see you as a human being. I wonder if that changes that paradigm.
It should.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
I think people should do drag. Everybody should do drag at least once.
It's a good experience.
So
I'm gonna
I bought a sweater that I was like, if I was gonna do drag, I would wear this sweater. And I already have a pair of thigh-high boots I bought. If I were gonna do drag, I'd wear these boots.
Okay, so what are we missing?
That's the next T-Time.
It's a sweater with this huge pink flamingo on it. I thought it'd be Merry Christmas.
Okay, Merry Christmas. So I like that though. It's kind of campy, but
total camp. Yeah, for sure. Who knows? So that's as far as I've gotten. I have a sweater and a pair of shoes.
Well,
who knows?
We know where we're going. You may not need anything else.
Well, it's a super long sweater.
I would belt it.
Yeah.
What is the one thing for you in drag that you hate the most? What is the one thing you hate or dislike?
I mean, it's uncomfortable. You know, come on.
When does it become uncomfortable? Like what part of your conditioning?
My toes. My body. I mean, I love it. I really do. I love every part of it, and the discomfort disappears when I'm on stage.
When you're completely numb.
Yeah. When I'm numb on stage. But yeah, I mean, it's uncomfortable. I'm not gonna lie. And then in the summer, Pride Month, June, it's woo! Lord, it's hell.
Yeah, I can't do. I just can't do that.
It's rough. I would just say that's it. And a lot of venues also expect you to perform under crazy circumstances. You know, tiny back rooms, no mirrors, no lights. So, and that's no show director's.
Changing in the bathroom.
Yeah, and that's no show director's.
Yeah, that's not the show director's fault.
No, they're doing what they can. But there's a lot of venues who definitely expect craziness from us. Who expect us to.
I mean, you almost have to have a facility that's kind of built for it, though, right?
Yeah, it's hard. You know, we'll go into back rooms and they'll be tiny. They'll be as big as this stage.
Oh, you want to have room for the sick pay?
Yeah, and there'll be 6 to 10 queens back there.
Oh boy!
And you're all trying to change into your next huge, look. So that gets rough. I think that gets rough.
Now, I've heard in the times past that if there were that many queens altogether, there was always there might be a problem with things going missing from time to time. Is that still a thing, or is
Not
there
as
more
much.
respect?
Personally, I haven't experienced anything rough like that.
Good.
Yeah, I did back in the 90s. But
Yeah, I used to hear about it.
Nothing bad. There might be a nail or an earring, but that's probably my own fault. It's probably just in a corner somewhere.
In a corner somewhere.
Yeah, so no, it's not too bad. Locally around here, there's a lot of very kind queens. Very nice, kind queens.
Excellent.
That's awesome.
Well, how about we'll take a break? This might be just one episode, and just going to tune in for our next episode. And of course, comment, like, and subscribe.
Yeah,
absolutely. All right, and look down
tell your friends.
Yeah, tell your friends for heaven's
Tell
sake.
your mom and them.
We're up here working hard.
Yes.
Money. What money? Is there money?
Yeah, I feel it.
Okay. All right.
It's here.
It's here.
We'll see y'all.
Bye-bye.
Bye.